So, a person who is engaged in making interstate supply of goods, requirement of registration is as follows. So, what is that requirement? Supplier of handicraft, aggregate turnover not more than 20 lakhs. If he crosses, then registration is required. Even if he does interstate, it is not required. In interstate supply of goods, it's not required. Supply of service, it is not there. Job worker, aggregate turnover not more than 20 lakhs, because he's supplier of goods here, so this is not applicable actually. Job worker, aggregate turnover not more than 20 lakhs, not being a jewelry, goldsmith or silversmith. In that case, registration is not required. Again, here it is not applicable. Any other supplier, aggregate turnover not more than 20 lakhs, registration is required, because only in these cases goods is categorized, and service not required, because service there is no problem. That means interstate supply of service. See, that is why it is not required. Huh? Don't think otherwise. Interstate supply of service, even if the service is being done, interstate is not required below the 20 lakh mark. Any other supplier, aggregate turnover more than, then both cases it is required. So please remember this table very well. Please remember this table very well. So for supply of goods, interstate supply of goods, if he has got, he has to take registration. But there are two exceptions. One is if it is handicraft, then not required. You know, and if it's job worker and he is not dealing in jewelry, goldsmith, silversmith, then also not required. Other cases, if it is there, anybody is doing interstate supply of goods, even if their turnover is below 20 lakhs, it is required to be, registration is required to be taken. But if they are below 20 lakhs, if they are doing interstate supply of service, it is not required. Any other case, when anybody else is doing, interstate supply, that is turnover more than 20 lakhs, both cases it is required. Exam problems will revolve around it. Be careful. Now, let us look at casual taxable person. If a person is supply is made by a casual taxable person, GST registration is required. Registration is required even if the aggregate turnover is not more than 20 lakhs, 10 lakhs, and 40 lakhs in special cases. So therefore, we need to know who is a taxable person. So casual taxable person means a person who occasionally undertakes transaction involving supply of goods or service in the course of business. Maybe a principal or an agent in a state, union territory where he has no fixed place of establishment. Now the question arises, I am a chartered accountant. I have got an assignment, a small assignment to do a work in Maharashtra. I have not taken registration yet, or I have taken registration in Kerala. Now, when I do this and go and do a work there, am I getting categorized as a casual taxable person? Is a question. Let us see. A casual taxable person making taxable supply in India must compulsorily take registration. There is no threshold limit for registration. A casual taxable person cannot exercise the option to pay tax under composition scheme or alternative scheme. He must apply for registration at least 5 days prior to the commencement of business. Now, in this case, if I am already registered in Kerala, then I can do an IGST transaction. I am, though the place of supply is there are a lot of issues here. I just don't want to confuse you. But then, if I'm having a registration and I'm doing a service for somebody's in Maharashtra, I can raise an IGST bill. So I don't have to take a registration in Maharashtra. But there are certain issues, I'm not getting into that. Persons who are not required to pay tax on inward supply. If a person is required to pay GST on inward supply under reverse charge mechanism, GST is required. That means X, as I told you, reverse charge Y. Now, if Y is supposed to pay on reverse charge, though it is below 20 lakhs, certain case, for example, he's taking a advocate service, right? The moment he takes service, he will have to do reverse charge. And mind you, his total turnover is below 20 lakhs, but still he has to take reverse charge for, he has to take registration for complying with this reverse charge mechanism. The aggregate turnover of goods is not more than, even if the aggregate turnover is not more than 20 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 40 lakhs. So that means a person who is below 20 lakh, 40 lakh, 10 lakh, whatever, he has to take registration even if any item is coming under reverse charge mechanism, which is primarily 9.3. 9.4 is anyway applicable for real estate now. Earlier, this was a problem because it was for any unregistered person. So there was always a confusion whether we have to take. Nobody complied with this actually. In fact, in all our audit report that we gave, we have told that nobody complied with this. We gave in the report because it's not possible to comply. It is so complex. I'm not getting into 9.4 and all that. That is all. 9.3, they are specifying certain categories. One of them is advocate, then security service. Suppose a shop is a gold shop. His turnover is less than, say, 20 lakhs, but he has involved a security service agency and he's paying money. It has to be done on reverse charge. Therefore, he has to take registration. So let us look at example. X, a short film producer for Bangla TV channel. He is located in Kolkata and his annual turnover is less than 20 lakhs. For using copyright of Y, some other a photographer, for his production house, X pays royalty of 30,000. Now see, this royalty payment is coming, copyright and royalty is coming under, this royalty is chargeable unto GST. However, GST is payable by X or as the recipient of service because photographer service X is taking, and this service of this under reverse charge mechanism it works. That means though X is the provider of service, he need not comply with, because 9.3 says that it is to be done under reverse charge. Consequently, X is required to take registration. This rule is applicable even if the aggregate turnover of X is less than 20 lakhs. Now, here is what happened in 9.4. Typical case when it happens. I have a printer. I give certain things for printing. In fact, the booklet and all for our classes and photocopying and all, I do it. Now, this guy was supplying to, he had not taken registration. He had not taken registration. When 9.4 was applicable, he was an unregistered person and he was doing some work for a bigger organization. Bigger organization. Now, because he was not registered, this organization was supposed to do the pay the taxes on reverse charge basis. Now, when GST came, these people had to do that work also. That is all the for him also they had to pay the tax and then intake input. So there's no benefit for the government nor for this guy, for this organization. 9.4 was a useless piece of legislation, though it is correct, but then it is not worth complying with it. The old, I'm not talking of the latest one, the old one. But what happened, this organization started telling this guy, this printer, Sky Printer, say his name, Skylark is his name, right? He started telling them, no, no, then you please take registration. His turnover is less than 20 lakhs, mind you. This organization, PQR, started telling him that if you want to do my work, you please take registration. Now, that is how lot of small entities unnecessarily got registered under GST because of this. Because as far as he's concerned, this guy is a big client, big client. So lot of his work comes from him. So when this client tells him, please register, otherwise I will not take it from you or take the service from you, he was a little confused. But then thank God he consulted me. I said, there's no way you take registration. If you take, you will be in trouble because you have to comply with the entire law. Thank God he didn't do. There are a lot of printers like him. He was telling me his friends, they had taken registration and they are in serious trouble. Serious trouble means there is a cost involved. They cannot comply, means they have to apply, they have to go through some consultant, they have to pay the money, and so on and so forth. Now, a lot of them have slowly deregistered themselves. Electronic commerce, I'm not getting into that. The electronic commerce is like radio, taxi, etc., etc. I'm not getting into that. I don't want to go into that. It is there. You can read it at your leisure. Non-resident taxable person. Again, it is under reverse charge. No, if he is going to supply, means a person who occasionally undertakes transaction involving supply of goods, maybe principal agent, but has no fixed place of business or residence in India. A non-resident taxable person making taxable supply in India has to compulsorily take registration. There is no threshold limit for registration. A non-resident taxable person cannot exercise the option to pay tax under composition levy. He has to apply for registration 5 days prior to commencement of his business, having a valid passport. No, I'm not going into too much detail. Just see. Then TDS is there. It's not there. Certain only for government deductors. These are the people who have to do TDS. Following persons have been notified to deduct TDS: Department of Central Government, Local Authority, Government Agency, Authority of Bank, any other thing, and sir, all governmental agencies. They have to, if you are supplying to them, they will deduct TDS also. GST TDS. This is not the income tax TDS, mind you, what we studied earlier. There is a GST TDS. I am doing concurrent audit for IDBI. Every month on my bill, they will deduct 2% as GST TDS, which I can claim in turn. But still, I have not figured out how to claim it. That's the saddest trouble. It's not like input tax credit, it's a little complicated. And it's applicable from October 1st, 2018. Okay, I'm not getting into this. Registration in other cases, not much. Certain other cases, registration is given. That's it. So this completes our chapter on registration. There is more to it. You can read it from your material. Whatever is applicable, you have to do. Okay. Now let us look at, wait, one second.